All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sideshow. My name is Mingo.
This is Tony.
I'm Seabass.
I got a question for you.
What's that?
Because it just happened to me. You have any more dad moments since the last time we spoke?
Well, he hasn't trapped anybody else in any other rooms, if that's what you're asking.
Well, I'm still reeling from the last one because the plumber still hasn't come back yet, so...
I thought you said she came back.
Well, she came back that day after she went to go search for parts, and then she couldn't fix it from where she was at and said she had to come back from the other side of the wall, and then she was going to have my warranty company approve it. And it's been crickets.
Did she tell you all this from the van? She rolled down the window and yelled at you?
Yeah, from the front. Sir! Just wanted to let you know I'm going to have to call your warranty company.
While she's still revving the engine?
Kept it in drive the whole time. What are you talking about? Why? What'd you do?
It has come clear to me that I am officially a dad.
Well, I mean, you've been a dad for a long time.
I was going to say, how old's your oldest kid?
Well, my coolness is
evaporating?
Yeah. I went to a store. I'm not going to name the store. I was in line.
Okay.
And as there were people in front of me, of course, and the cashier, I read her name tag.
Ugh.
Another fucking name joke? So not
I didn't
only
even think about it that way.
Not only was your first one your first dad moment, but now you have a fucking theme.
Yeah. The girl's name was Nani. Well, excuse me. On her name tag it said Nani.
Okay.
Either N-A-N-I or N-A-N-I-E, something like that. But it was Nani.
Okay.
And so as I'm waiting, I'm thinking, what's that short for?
I knew it.
Wouldn't it be short for something?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
No, you go ahead.
So when I got there, I said, "Hey, hi, Nani." She goes, "Hello." And I said, "What's Nani short for?"
Just went right into it. Didn't give any kind of chance or nothing. Just right into it. All right. You're dead.
And she she said, "Nothing." I said, "Are you sure?" Now it's starting to register, why am I saying, "Are you sure?" Like as if she was lying to me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've had that same name for.
So I said, "Are you sure?" She goes, "Yeah, it's just Nani." And I was like, "It's not Stefanani?"
Stefanani.
Oh, Christ, Tony.
I wanted to crack a joke. Which, of course, she was like, she just looked at me dead in my eyes and was like, no. Just Nani. And I was like...
And you tried again, didn't you? One more. What other name did you give her?
No, that was it. I got shot down.
Were you Tiffany?
Oh, that would have been a good one.
No.
Tiffany.
It would have been short for, like, Antoinette.
Well, isn't Nani like grandmother, too?
Yeah, or Nana. You remember
the girl my
to...
grandmothers are Nana.
You remember the girl that we went to high school with? Her name was Nana?
Yeah.
But was that her nickname or was that her real name?
No, that was a nickname. I think her real name was Francisca.
I thought it was Veronica. No?
Veronica?
I don't know.
No, Veronica. My niece, they call her Nana. Her name is Miranda.
So when they name a girl Nani, there's no rhyme or reason, and it could just be Nani.
You've heard of Nani before?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that as far as like a name. Nani.
Yeah, I've never heard like so. Oh no, that's my name.
Yeah. Okay. See, it's always something. It's always short for something.
But you know what's funny? Is it so like black people are notorious for naming their kids fucked up names, right? Just because it is what it is. It's just. They destroy names.
I'm not saying that.
Maybe that was the wrong way to put it.
Maybe?
How about they're notorious for giving their kids
outlandish names.
Outlandish names. Out of this
I'm
world
not even
names.
saying that.
Well,
unusual.
You don't have to.
Aquanetta. What was the girl's name with my hair?
What was her name?
I don't know.
Antoinetta?
No, it was
my hair.
Her name is...
fake fan, Tony. Don't even know her name.
I knew a lady. Her name was Shaquinta. I knew
Tessica.
Tessica.
Oh yeah,
There you go.
Jessica with a T.
Jeez Almighty. I knew a girl in Hayward. Her name was Deschanel. There was a girl named Tequila.
My friend knows a black lady named Shadana,
Shadana. Wow.
Ladasha,
Yeah.
Orangelo, Lamangelo.
Her cousin's LaDonner.
Probably.
Get it?
You guys are killing me.
Come on, did you get it? LaDasher, LaDonner, come on.
No, it wasn't Ladasher though.
So anyways,
Okay.
I don't have the energy for this.
dude, Mexican people that want to name their kids American names, fuck names up. There's a girl, her name is Hannah, and it's Janana. Janana. But the J sounds like an H. I'm
Right.
like, what the? So, you know.
It's not Janani?
Yeah, no. And it's not short for Jeanette.
Yeah.
Or which.
Or Stefanani?
Yeah. Yeah, bro, they come with the weirdest names. There's a guy, his name is Gerber, like the baby food.
I got I know a dude named Gerber.
Really?
Yeah, he's Salvadorian.
Oh, it might be him. Shit, for all I know. It's a like they come in with, and the names are, there's a Tanya, Tannaya, but it's spelt with a G. Yeah,
There's the G before the N.
it's Gann.
Oh.
Instead of a T, it's G. Just off the wall shit, bro. Just off the wall. So that was it. She no more conversation after she shut you down.
Yeah,
You just
it was
It was
straight
just an
business
awkward. It was an awkward
transaction.
transaction afterwards.
yeah, I do that.
Because
Like
in her head, she's like, "Did he just say Stefanani?
I thought it was funny, Stefanani.
It was not Fanani."
all right, Sebastian, you're not knocking them out of the park, but you're in the infield.
No, but they're fucking funnier than that.
Yeah, you're definitely you're past second base. You're doing good. You're doing good for the material we're giving you.
Okay, move on.
Jesus.
You're killing how funny it is.
Man, you've been doing a lot of stuff.
You talking to me?
Yes, with work and shit. What do you got?
Oh,
What's going on? Why are you working so
I've
many
just been
hours?
working.
Working late and shit.
Homeboy tried to work me 11 days in a row. I think I talked about that last time.
I don't think we did it on air.
Oh yeah, yeah. He tried to work me 11 days in a row. I know it's legal to work 12, but fuck that. Not doing that shit to me.
Said I don't have it in me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when was the last day off? 11
Last
days
Saturday.
ago.
No. Last Saturday.
And then
Oh, you got a Saturday off?
And I get this Saturday off too. And then next week I got the weekend off, I heard.
Wow.
Nice. Well, that's what's been kind of cool now because my job is they cut hours. So it's not cool because, top ramen it is. But they close. We now close on Sundays.
Oh, nice.
So no matter what, so I got Sunday off. And then because they shortened Saturday by an hour, and then they make us take hour lunches now, I won't work Saturdays because that takes too many hours away from me during the week to where I'm not getting what I'm supposed to. So I don't work weekends.
I tell you, you're not salary?
No. Nope. And that's what sucks when they start playing these games like that. But
Wow.
yeah, they just had another round of layoffs. They dropped like 10% of their corporate employees outside of retail. So everybody that was in retail they've let go as what they can to still maintain business, and then they cut 10% out of out of corporate, which. Holy shit, you just started seeing some of the names of the people that were gone, and I'm like, holy shit, and what they were doing. So it's kind of, they're really tightening up.
Are you guys not as busy as you used to be?
This time of year we always slow down because everybody gets their taxes back and people come in and want to pay everything off and not reapply and that kind of thing. But we found that for 2 months out of the year, people will come in and pay off, and then 2 months later, they've spent all their money that they got for their taxes, and they're like, "We need some cash. Let's go back." And then they reapply, and we keep them for the next year or so. Until taxes come again, they pay off, and it's cyclical, right? They just keep doing it. But every year they tighten, and it seems like this year's been probably the tightest that they've gotten as far as letting people go and doing stuff like that. So now it's just kind of like, all right, now we gotta hang tight until they loosen back up, and then start doing other shit. You know what I mean? So. It's going to be tightening the belt for a little while, trying to get shit figured out.
Did they close all the stores on Sundays?
Yes, all stores are closed on Sundays.
Wow.
And then on Saturdays, we used to be open till 5. Now they're closed at 4.
And how does that help?
Well,
I mean, I can understand closing, like, cutting it in half. Let's say we close at 12 now on Saturdays, like banks do.
Well, but banks close at 4. So we can't send them to go to the bank to get stuff from the bank to come back and come back with paperwork that they would need from the bank. So there's no need to be open if the bank's not open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, it kind of falls more in line with what their trajectory should be, or what they were looking for, because they want to align themselves more with like banks and banking hours and be seen more in that kind of financial progression. But there's just it was abrupt. It was really abrupt. So we'll see what happens. See how it all works out. Huh. Maybe I'll be cleaning pools for you before you know it, Tony.
I can use the help, that's for sure.
Shit.
Especially after this wind.
Well, and then this week it's supposed to drop like 20 degrees, right? Have you ever had pipes freeze or...
No, it doesn't happen out here.
Doesn't get that cold?
No.
It'll never get cold enough to do that here?
It can, but it won't be cold long enough for it to cause a problem.
Okay.
Like, it'll reach like high 30s. I don't think it's been a couple of years since it's done that in the winter, but it might do that for half an hour.
And then as long as the water is moving, it's not going to freeze anyways, right?
Correct. So. But pools aren't generally running at that point in time. But you'd have to freeze a whole pool in order for it to cause a problem.
Right. Yeah, that would make sense.
So that's not happening out here.
So how bad are your pools right now?
I don't know. Didn't see any of them today.
You didn't do any pools today?
Today's my repair day.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't do too many because of the wind. Because I deal with a lot of... Sometimes I got to open up the electronics to everything. And you get sand and stuff blowing in there. It's not going to work out.
Yeah. It causes bigger problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, my pool guy called me today. Hey, how's the wind out there? I don't know. I'm in fucking Coachella. What do you mean?
Well, it was a lot windier down that way than out here.
Which is really weird because I remember growing up, I don't ever remember it being windy in Coachella. Yeah, we were down there all the time, but I don't ever remember it being windy out there. It used to be fucking terrible out here. But it makes sense now, being a little older and understanding weather kind of patterns or whatever. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but back then, when you were younger, it didn't matter to you. It's nothing to pay attention to.
Maybe it was just that I wasn't paying enough attention. I just didn't give a shit. Are we going or not?
Before I forget, can we get back to the dad subject again?
All right.
I was with my nieces and nephews this weekend for a day.
Okay.
And I picked up my phone for some reason, and my niece, my goddaughter, actually caught the screensaver, like out of the corner of her eye. Because I saw her, she was like, "Can I see your screensaver?" And I knew exactly what she was talking about.
Okay.
And she looked at it, and she just started laughing, and she ran inside with it to show other people.
What do you have as a screensaver?
What do you have as a screensaver?
The Walking Dead?
What do you have, Seabass?
It's like a ghost ship AI thing.
Okay, now, can I ask you, obviously you like whatever it is that you're looking at. So, but it doesn't serve any purpose, right? It's just your screensaver. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
Because you still want it to be cool, right? That's like having a brand new pair of fucking Skechers and wearing tore up socks.
Okay, well, click the side button, see my screensaver, and tell me, what's wrong with it?
You're fucking retarded.
What's wrong with that?
You're retarded. I can't.
Are you serious?
Because you're not a dog, Tony.
Oh my god, dude.
Bro, it works though.
His screensaver says, if lost, please contact, and it's got his fucking phone numbers.
It actually has my wife's cell phone number because I'm probably with her, so they can just call it.
They can't call that number. They're on it. It would make sense that your wife would be on there.
Well, they don't know that. It doesn't say my wife. It just says my name, and then it also has my home phone number, which is at my landline.
Right.
And it also has my email address in case they want to email me a message saying, yo, I got your phone.
We have your phone.
Yeah. We would like to play a game.
Wow. Are you serious, Tony? How long have you done that?
Dude, I've had this forever. As my screensaver.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro.
Dude, I even got it to where it is like perfectly aligned within the phone. It's got the phone numbers in a different color, so it'll stand out more.
Did your mom used to write your name on the inside of your underwear and shit? An address? On your backpack too, like on the inside?
Dog, if you lose your phone, let's say you're at a restaurant, McDonald's, whatever, Walmart.
It's fucking McLost. What am I going to do?
Well, this is an opportunity for you to get the phone back.
He's got an iPhone, and iPhones have the Find Me feature on it,
Right.
so anybody with an iPhone can find it.
How's that?
What do you mean, how's that?
They just-
If I type in his phone number into, like, my Find My iPhone, his phone will ping on my maps.
No shit. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. I thought you had to, like, you yourself, if you lost your phone, you had to go to, like, another Apple product and sign on and do all that stuff.
You can do it with somebody else's.
And what's cool is
I
they
didn't know
fixed
that.
it to where now if it's fucking dead, they can still find your phone.
Huh.
And I know this because I went to plug in my phone the other day because it was dead. And on the bottom of the screen, it flashed still findable on the Find My iPhone thing.
Nice. So it saves enough energy to ping.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool.
But still, if a good Samaritan picked it up and saw that, they could say, poor Anthony lost his cell phone. Let me call the number that's here, and I'll let him know I'm standing in front of such and such.
You know, I would call the person who's got that as their screensaver, I'd call them like this. Hi there, Tony. I have your phone.
Hey, Tony, is your mommy there?
Yeah. Nice and slow so they can understand me.
Because you know what? In all actuality, this happened. This is a long time ago. I think my daughter was in high school. She lost her phone. And I think, obviously, there's a big difference from 8 years ago. Or not 8. 6 years ago,
Right.
than now when you lose your phone. You were back then you were really screwed because there was no Find My iPhone.
Yeah, there was. It just wasn't as accurate as it is now. But
Okay.
yeah, okay.
And somehow she got into communication with this person. It was kind of a weird long situation, but that person, she got in contact with that person, and then we wound up meeting them at like a Walgreens. And she gave my daughter her phone back. My daughter legitimately dropped it somewhere, lost it. Somebody else picked it up. And had she had this on her screensaver, we would have, gained more time in getting it back quicker. I'm just saying.
But she got her phone back, right?
I don't need a picture of a ship or The Walking Dead
Or pool supplies or
whatever as a
'cause you're old.
screensaver. This has purpose.
a lot of things have purpose, Tony, but doesn't mean that, you know what I mean? Like,
Have you ever seen that movie Toy Story? Do you remember when Woody and Buzz are under the truck and Buzz is giving him the speech of, "You are a sad, sad, strange little man." That's what was going through my head right now when you showed me your fucking screensaver.
I like it. I'm keeping it. I don't care what you guys say.
Why wouldn't you do something like...
It just shows your age, that's all.
You should have that as your screensaver. A little DJ setup where it's all, you see the turntables, and even though you don't DJ anywhere, you know what I mean?
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Why? Now, here's because the reason I ask is because you only gonna look at your screensaver for a split second, because once you turn on your phone, your screensaver is gone.
Yeah, but shouldn't your screensaver... No, it's not. And shouldn't your screensaver put a smile on your face?
Yeah, because you have another screensaver on the phone, right?
No, that's not a screensaver. That's
It's a screen background, same thing.
No, it's not. My screen background is different.
Yeah, I get that. So is mine.
Oh, no, it's the same ship.
No, it's not.
Different angle.
It's not.
Same pirate ass ship. That's lame.
I don't give a fuck what you think, Tony. You old, lame, sad, strange little man. Whatever he said.
Sorry, my family's fucking with me on the phone. Yeah, Tony, like...
You and Seabass texting each other right now?
No, isn't it like... It's like being into something more than just waking up and going to work. Even if you had just a picture of your family. A lot of people do that.
He's got enough pictures of them.
Yeah.
I know what they look like.
That's fucked up.
What?
What's your wife's screensaver? It's not
Me
your
and the
fucking
kids.
phone number. Yeah.
Me and the kids.
Exactly.
See? Because that's something she loves. Something she enjoys, something to make her happy. So when she pick up her phone, she
It's like having a picture of her in your wallet. It's taking up a slot in your wallet, ain't it?
He got you there.
But,
Go ahead, think about it.
But if you lost your wallet, wouldn't you want it back?
No, because I probably have a copy of it on my phone anyways.
I'm talking about the wallet itself.
You know what? I don't count on people enough to think I'm going to get it back. I don't think there's enough kind people in the world, especially since you've come across two.
To what?
Two of those kind people.
Which two of those?
Didn't you say that your daughter got your daughter's phone back? Didn't you say that you lost it once and got it back because of information that was on it?
I don't think it was because of the information. I was at a wedding reception, and I think I don't
Semantics.
It got lost in the bathroom. I don't remember if I did it or if my wife did. But then somebody brought it to the DJ. He just made an announcement.
You know why? It's because you had it in your back pocket. You sat down to pee. That shit fell out your back pocket, son. That's what happened. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. You all right?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
We're talking about shows. My wife and I binge watched a show called White Lotus. You heard it?
You know what? I can't get into it.
A lot of people said it was really good. I didn't think it was all that great. It was all right.
I've tried watching the first episode, and I got about 15 minutes in, and I'm out.
It was okay. It was something to pass the time. But the problem is I got other things to pass the time that would have been better.
What's it about?
It is about... It's like 4 different storylines, 4 different sets of people. It could be a single person, it could be a family, it could be a couple. Going into a resort in Hawaii, and they're there for like a week. And what happens in that week? Like the family's, I wouldn't say dysfunctional, but they got their issues. And then a newlywed couple that, it turns out the wife really... She felt she made like a mistake marrying the dude.
So is it like a cross between like Love Boat and Fantasy Island? That's the vibe I'm getting when you're talking.
You could say that, except like in regards to the Fantasy Island, there's no like mysterious thing going on.
No, okay.
But The reason I mentioned this is because, and I'm really surprised they showed this on TV. Towards the end, there's one of the characters, one of the guests, had an issue with the manager of the resort.
Okay.
They were bumping heads constantly.
Okay.
And the guy went so far as to contact the manager's boss, and the manager was going to wind up getting fired because of it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. And the dude that did it, he's like a rich kid, spoiled kid, just got married type deal. Like he's an asshole. He felt like he wasn't getting his ass kissed enough in a sense.
Okay.
So the manager, he was sober, but because of all this, he wound up drinking again. And so he's like getting,
Jiggy with it?
yeah, getting a little crazy, getting pissed off at this dude, getting him fired and stuff. So I'll just fast forward. This is like almost the last. It might even been the last episode. The guy was so pissed off. He's like, "I'm gonna do something. I know what I'm gonna do." He goes into the people's. He has a master key. Goes into their room, hotel room. They're not there. He's looking around to see how to mess with them. He sees a piece of luggage on the ground. He opens it up. It's men's clothing, so he knows it's the guy.
Okay.
He drops a deuce in the luggage.
He pulling the Amber Heard.
Yes. Now, what tripped me out is they showed it like coming out of his booty hole,
No.
like from like a side view. So like he's squatting, so you seen him squat, like his profile, like you see him,
Right.
But it's just his profile, and he's squatting, and bro, you see this Mahone coming out, and then just dropping into the luggage, and
Can I ask you why you mimed that with your hands?
dude,
Funny, I was thinking the same thing.
it's like when a dog drops a deuce,
Right, and you got to
see-
put your fingers in or lock
Yeah.
your fingers in or get a sty.
but you see it like coming, and then all of a sudden it just
I'm a chameleon?
drops.
Okay, now you've gone too far.
I don't give a fuck. You want my energy? Exactly.
So, dude, it was just like I was like, I can't believe they showed that. Is that legal?
What channel?
HBO.
Oh, yeah, they're good.
Dude, it was such a trip. And they showed him again because he dropped 2 deuces.
Did you rewind it?
No, it was nasty.
That would've been
I
an
have to admit,
interesting angle.
It was kind of, I was like really taken aback by it.
Wow. And yeah, what a fucking storyline, dude. Like,
Dude,
what-
like I said, dude, he's squatting and you would think, okay, you see him, he's grunting and stuff, and you would think right when it's gonna happen, they like cut.
they'd cut off, right?
Dog, they just
They'd
kept
pinch it off.
Yeah, they'd pinch off the picture and go to the next scene. Do you think some of this shit's going too far?
I think
No
that
pun
was.
intended
I
with
think
shit,
that
but-
was. I think that was a step too far. I think it was uncalled for. It really didn't need to be seen. I mean, and dude, I love shit jokes, but that was like a little too literal. It was like, oh my god, I can't believe they actually showed that.
Yeah, that sounds like that may have gone just a little far.
Just a little.
Would a shit joke? Does a shit joke like that bother you? Watching a movie? Would it make you gag?
Yeah, I don't want to fucking see that. I definitely don't want to see somebody else hand miming it.
We just wanted to give you a sense of the girth and length. Is
Yeah, we don't need that sense.
that
So I don't recommend watching it. I honestly, it just wasn't that good.
Did you ever get around to seeing The Last of Us?
Not yet. It's on the list though.
Okay, so there's a new movie coming out, and at first I was like, I don't fucking big deal. It's another fucking action Jason Stathum movie.
Oh, I just saw a commercial for that.
But when I saw that Aubrey Plaza was coming out as his co-star, I thought, I'm watching that fucking movie. Just because she's so awkwardly funny that there's going to be a really strange chemistry between the two of them that's going to make that movie be really good.
I don't think I've seen anything she's been in.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia, wasn't she in that?
No.
She was in Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec. You never saw that?
Not with her in it.
What was the other movie that? Right.
Yeah.
There was a movie where she played this. Mike and Dave need wedding dates, or what's it called?
I don't know.
They needed dates to their brother's wedding or their sister's wedding.
Oh, I know what movie you're talking about, and I did see that movie. She was one of the girls?
Yeah, she was the dark-haired chick.
Okay.
I think she's a really good actress, and she's got to be to play that.
Very dry.
Very, very dry. But that's what makes her. I think that's the attraction, though, is because she's so dry.
Attraction.
Yeah, like I don't mean like physical attraction or anything like. I mean like because you're looking at her like, is this fucking bitch serious right now, or is she just fucking around? Like she's so good at that fucking dry pitch that you don't know if she really feels that way or if she's just, tugging at your fucking strings. You know what I mean?
You want to know something? She's on season 2 of White Lotus.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I might skip to season 2. I think she's underrated. I think she's a really good actress. And part of the like I said, part of that attraction is that fucking weirdness. You know what I mean? Did you ever get around to seeing Wednesday?
Yeah.
And what'd you think?
Yeah, it was all right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Wasn't that great.
You're fucking tripping.
It really wasn't.
What made you say that it wasn't?
And honestly, it's because part of it has to do with her. I understand that's the character, but because she's like, she has no emotions.
Oh, she fucking deadpans that stare.
Yeah.
Fucking, she's phenomenal.
I didn't like it. I wouldn't say I didn't like it, but I could have done without. I didn't think it was that great.
Wow. What a disappointment you are today.
You know what it is? I gotta go back to Stranger Things. I still haven't seen the last season.
Stranger Things is nowhere near as good as Wednesday.
No, much better.
No way.
Much, much, much better.
No way. From fucking scene 1 of Who Did It, I'll take care of it, and drops piranhas in the pool. Like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, it's just.
That was cool.
Like,
It just went downhill from there.
No, it went uphill from that. And then Uncle Fester, he was the perfect dude to play Uncle Fester. And I'm not a fan of that guy at all. Or hadn't been up until maybe like the last year. But I think he was an excellent choice for Uncle Fester. What's his name?
Fred Armisen.
Yes, Fred Armisen. He does a couple of shows. We've talked about it. I think he was great for that. I don't. Gotta pull it back. Cocaine Bear. When's that coming out?
I don't know. Let me look.
I think it's coming out this coming Friday. I think. There's another one that just came out on.
Yeah, this Friday, February 24th.
Cocaine
Bear.
That's the one. Are we all gonna go see it?
I don't know. I might be working.
I mean, you don't work at night.
I go to sleep at night.
Okay, guys, we gotta catch a fucking matinee for Tony. Somebody find out when the senior hour is, and we'll be able to go. Jesus Christ, Tony. That's gonna be a worthwhile movie.
You think?
It might not be great, but it's gonna be a worthwhile movie. I think. I think if anything, they did their best to bring that out to make it good. Yeah, I think it's gonna be as good as it can get. I mean, because obviously they can't use a real fucking bear. Like,
it looks like a real bear.
Parts of it do, yeah. But when he's attacking, I don't think that's a real. You know what I mean?
Speaking of attacking, did you hear about that gator that got that 85-year-old lady?
No.
Oh, she probably deserved it.
Dude.
Was she feeding it chickens?
Nah, she was walking her dog right along the side of a lake.
That fucking dog deserved it too.
And she was in Florida, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, it's so jacked up. They showed the video of up until she got snatched.
I was gonna say, would you rather watch a video of homeboy dropping
A deuce?
in Cleveland steamer, or watching an old lady get fucking ripped apart by a gator?
Dude, she's just walking along, walking her dog. She actually stopped, and you got the impression that she's watching this gator come towards her. But she didn't. She just stopped, and then she started to walk again, and dude, all of a sudden, it lunged out. And that's when they stopped it. But they said what happened is the gator got the puppy, or the dog, because it was a small dog.
And she went to save the dog.
No, she was still holding the
leash.
and so she got took it into the lake too. And this is one of those, like, it's not like a lake, but it's like people's backyards.
Right.
So like the neighbors saw and ran out there because the old lady was in the water. So they were like putting poles in the water so she could grab hold of it and they could pull her out. The gator got her.
You know she ain't got no Mexican neighbors. Because Mexican neighbors would have seen her. Hey, she's walking the dog again. Come on. Today's the day. And they'd have gone back there with a couple of beers and sat there waiting for her to walk by.
It's messed up because, dude, that gator is known in that lake. They actually named it Henry. But that's the first time Henry actually came after somebody.
And Hank knocked it out the park.
Dog. They got her.
Oh, my God. Okay, so I've waited long enough for you to talk about it, and you haven't brought it up, so I'm going to bring it to your attention. I thought you'd have been fired up to bring it up. So, you know that the fair is in town. The Day Festival.
Yeah.
Is that what they call it now? They still call it that?
Riverside County Day Festival.
Is it still that? Okay. So, it's in town.
Okay.
And the other night when it got really, really windy, one of the signs on one of the places where you eat, like one of the, how they have the signs up for like, I don't know, fucking Willie's hot dogs or whatever the fuck's out there, right?
Right.
Fell off and landed on somebody.
No shit.
Mm-hmm. So it just kind of goes to the whole, like we were talking about, what rides are safer. They're gonna be the ones that they take down and put back together every week, or going to a theme park and actually riding a ride. But I mean, it was 50, 60 mile an hour winds, 40 mile an hour winds.
That happened today.
Yesterday, last night I think.
I didn't. You saw it on the news?
Yeah,
I didn't even see anything like that.
it was all over Facebook today too. That it happened. They were showing the pictures of it.
Damn. Person okay?
Yeah, as far as I know. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Now, not only do you got to watch out for gang fights, you got to watch out for flying signs at the Day Festival. That's why you only go during the day. Could you imagine getting hit by a sign at the Day Festival?
No. That's embarrassing.
Have you ever gone to any bigger fairs or just this one?
Fairs.
Like the LA fair or anything like that?
No.
We used to go to the one that they had in Hayward. We'd go every year when it went. And that thing was like at least 3 times the size of this fair, dude. Easily. Like, I mean, just rides for days. And they had a lot more food areas. They had a lot more
Games.
They had 2 places for music venues. And then they had
Like indoor pavilions.
yeah, where they sell all the crafty shit
Right.
that they sell. Yeah, much bigger than this place, dude.
They had a hot tub booth there every year. They would try to sell jacuzzis and hot tubs.
Hot tub. Jump back and kiss me still.
When's the last time you went to the Day Festival?
When were you here last? Before you moved back?
It had to have been, I would say, August of '92, probably.
Damn!
Probably about the last time I went. I think
That
I
was
may
like
have.
30 years ago.
I think I may have gone one time when I came back to visit. when my parents just went during the day early and came back. I don't think we were there for very long. They just wanted to go and eat. So we paid the entrance to the fucking fair and went and paid a shit ton of money to get a fucking turkey leg and a funnel cake and bounced.
No deep fried Oreo, Twinkie.
No, I don't think we did that the last time I went. But I have family that works for the county, so we could get us some tickets. But I don't know if I want to go. I don't know. The kids aren't small enough to ride rides, so it's not. You know what I mean? We just go to eat.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about going.
You know what I mean? Milo would ride on anything. That kid has no fear of riding on anything. Him and his friends, they're always wanting to go. Oh, we're gonna go to Knott's Berry Farm. What's the other one?
Magic Mountain.
Oh, we're gonna go to Magic Mountain. Oh, we're gonna fuck, dude. Okay, go. I get it. You're not scared. Whatever.
They're not going for the rides. Come on.
That's true. Because since he's had a girlfriend, he hasn't gone. So.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, there's no lie, dude. And that's where they were. They were in line for those fucking rides. Not one lie to be told about that shit. At all. Dude, so I know that you had trouble by your house with your internet because you had dial-up up until a couple of months ago, right? Like 6 months ago? A year maybe now?
I didn't have dial-up.
It was basically dial-up.
I had an old modem.
It was basically dial-up.
But you said you couldn't get anything faster because of where you were or some shit.
No, I was getting the fastest that modem would give me. But when they gave me
Like 2 megabytes?
an updated modem, everything was a lot quicker. Cause she was like, "Oh my God, you still got that box?" So yeah.
So your internet's running backwards, sir.
Why, you guys getting files out here?
Yeah.
Oh, you really?
Yeah, I just got the thing for it that they're gonna put. I could get files.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Out here?
Yup.
Wow.
That's what I said.
Frontier, that's who it is, right?
What was that?
Frontier?
Yeah, Frontier. Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna do it?
I'm wondering if it's worth it.
What do you got now?
Spectrum. And we haven't had any problems with Spectrum. Every once in a great while, there's a small outage, but
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because my mom got files.
okay.
And my brother just told me that she's saying that it goes out. She's only had it for like a month or two at the most.
Really?
And she says it goes out. And my brother was actually there one day, and he said it was out for like 2 hours.
Really? Yeah, I can't fuck around like that.
Yeah.
2 hours is too long.
Yeah.
I can't be without the internets. Porn is way too important. Just kidding.
It's really sad.
When you got a date, you got a date. What are you gonna do?
I think I'm back on that trip. I'm on the trip of cutting the cable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back on that train. I'm gonna have to really check it out now.
I'm gonna call and cancel everything but the internet,
What else do you have?
the cable, and then the phone line in here. But we don't use the phone line in here. And dude, it's been at least a month since I've tried to watch something on actual TV. So it's not like I'm watching everything on fucking
Right. Yeah. Same here. We do watch the news, local news,
right.
religiously. Like every morning it's on, and every evening it's on. But that's really the only live TV we watch. We watch things that are recorded off of live TV,
Okay.
like weekly shows. But I'm thinking we could just,
You do that on Hulu
or yeah,
because
exactly.
they're on there the next day, right? For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. So, my nephew told me in regards to get like a digital antenna, and you could pick up those local channels.
Okay.
The only issue I'm having is we got so many TVs.
It's a lot of antennas.
Yeah.
Unless you can get some sort of splitter. Put one antenna at an optimal place and then use your splitter. to get to everything else.
So would I be able to put my antenna like where the dish is for the DirecTV?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's going to be your lead into the house anyways, and that's got the splitter on
I
it
didn't even
already.
think about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the thing's not the tuner. Your tuner's on the TV.
But the other thing is a lot of the TVs don't have actual cable to them. They just have the DirecTV box that's kind of getting the signal wirelessly from the main box.
You're right. You would have to, because...
I'd have to get antennas for all of them.
Yeah, because they would each have their own HDMI cord.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. They're not that expensive though, unless you get like if I bought one, if I did that, I'd have to buy like the amplified ones, because we're so far out. You know, although all the NBCs are right here.
That's true.
It's just right across the street from that McDonald's there on Warner. But
see, but watching, like, just watching the news, the local news, the commercials show you the shows that are coming out, the new episodes that are coming out, and that's how we kind of learn what shows are coming that we might want to watch. We're gonna lose that.
Yeah, but Netflix and Hulu, and when you talk to people, oh, have you seen this? No, I don't have cable. Oh, well, it should be coming out soon on blah, blah, blah. And then they tell you what it's about, and then you're good.
Yeah, because I'm dropping over $200 a month on DirecTV.
How much of that is... But you have, like, the sport package and all that shit, too, right?
No.
No? That's just...
Well, we do have all the movie channels.
That's part of it, probably. That's pretty expensive. And realistically, if you got rid of that shit, the only one you really need is going to be HBO Max. And then on Prime, you can get like Showtime, like $10, something like that. So it would still be a lot less than what you're paying now.
Oh, that's right, huh?
Yeah.
Stars, I think, is also on.
Yep, Paramount Plus, all that bullshit. And then I believe you could still get Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus at a discounted rate for all three of them, instead of paying for each individual one.
Can you trade ESPN for something else?
Why, you don't like ESPN?
Who, you watch ESPN?
Just for fights, because you got to go through ESPN to get the UFC. But you got the Fire Stick.
I got a new one too.
Yeah.
Our buddy Rob got me one for my birthday.
Nice.
That's...
Hey, Rob, mine's in September, bro. Just kidding. Kind of. Is it still where you can go watch movies and some of them are really good?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the last good movie you saw on, like, that was decent quality?
Actually, we just saw... I don't remember.
Okay.
But we just saw something on there that was good quality.
Decent quality.
Yeah. I mean, I've learned that the real good movies don't even bother because it's not going to come out.
Yeah, they're going to be VHS quality, right?
If you even get it. Because what sucks is you know, I don't know how most of them work, but mine, you pick a movie and it shows you like 10 streams you can get it from,
right,
to 20. So you pick one and it's coming in and you're watching it for a little while, and then you're like, I don't think this is the movie.
We did that on a movie. We tried like 4 different fucking times. Hey, dude, I don't think they got that shit linked right, because that is not the movie. We're trying to watch something and this shit came out. It was about bowling or something.
Sometimes it's obvious. No, this ain't it. But
right.
I've got caught a couple of times watching it, and 10, 15 minutes in, I'm like, I don't think this is the movie.
Yeah, and it sucks because you're like, you start watching it and then you forget what it is that you were trying to get because of whatever's on the screen, and it you know that it's not what you want, but you're thinking, okay, it's gonna switch any minute. It's like the fucking Tubi commercial, right? You're like, hey, wait a minute.
We tried to watch the new Oriental Express movie,
That's what it was.
and it played the old one,
The old one.
the old version with fucking Kenneth Branagh. Is that his name?
I think so.
You tried to watch
Gilderoy
with
Lockhart?
Gal Gadot?
Gal Gadot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one?
With Johnny
Yeah.
Depp, yeah.
Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
He played the Kenneth Branagh's character.
He was a detective.
Detective, that's what it was.
I don't remember him in that movie. But that movie sucked. I didn't like it.
It's a very special kind of show.
It's a very dot connecting movie. You know you don't like doing that, so
No, because that Red Onion was pretty good. Glass Onion, excuse
there
me.
you go. It's like Red Onions
You
are
saw
good,
that
but
one?
that has nothing. That's
Which one?
That's
Glass
the other
Onion?
Knives Out movie,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. No, I haven't seen that yet, but I want to.
It's not bad.
Because that
Oh, that's
Knives
the-
Out movie was fucking good.
That was the newest
Knives
one,
Out
right?
was real good.
Yeah.
Glass Onion is not as good, but the end where
It was
it
never
kind of
going to be.
shows, where it kind of shows everything how it worked
How it
out.
all came out.
It was pretty good.
Nice.
Fucking Knives Out was awesome.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it again. I don't remember it. 15 minutes and it's gone.
Really, Knives Out was a really good movie.
Yeah. I don't know. You said Wednesday was
Hey, Wednesday was
You're tripping. A great fucking movie.
Have you used your bug assault rifle yet with the salt to kill flies?
No, you know what? I keep forgetting to take it out of here when we leave. It's in the studio.
Dude, I used it.
Yeah?
That thing is the best.
Is it fun to sit there and shoot flies?
I got two.
Okay.
The first one was on accident. I was walking out and I saw a fly in my stucco. And he was bold too because I got close to him and he wouldn't even fly away. And I was like, okay. So I went inside. I said, let me get that gun. So, I got that gun. And you don't even have to be very close to them.
You got a pretty good range?
Yeah. Oh, it's the best. The second one I got inside my house. Actually, I've gotten two inside the house. The first one, I took a video of it
Oh, shit.
as I was doing it. I showed my nephew. The problem is it's kind of long because I'm trying to show you or show the viewer. And let me see where is that. It is right here. So here you go. As you're watching that video, watch the black spot on the wall, because that's the fly.
Really?
So so the thing is it's in the video. When you shoot
You
it,
can see him struggling.
when you shoot it, it's like all of a sudden the fly's gone. It disappears.
It just explodes it?
No, the body is left intact. The only problem is you got to find it. That's the only problem. Because I shot one off my kitchen counter, and it was like 3 feet on the floor behind it.
Oh, shit.
But dog, it's the best. What's wrong?
That fucking thing is gone.
You see what I'm saying? It's like a movie where it just disappears.
Yeah.
Does it start off seeing your feet?
Yeah.
That's pretty far away.
Dude, that thing is great. Let me tell you. Bug assault.
Do you have to put a lot of salt in there or no?
The 3.0.
You put like a tablespoon or two,
That's it?
dude, and it's supposed to last like 80 shots.
All right, here we go. So he's aiming it.
Keep an eye on the dot.
Did you have the fucking safety on?
It's something, yeah.
He's aiming. And it's gone. Holy shit, dude.
And it was right there on the floor. But that was because there was nowhere for it to go behind it. So it just
Right.
had to drop straight down.
Nice.
Dude, that thing is the fucking best.
Oh, I'm going hunting this weekend.
Dude. I think it was yesterday morning. My wife said, "There's a fly, go get your gun." But again, it was like on a counter near the stove. And I was like, yo, if I shoot it, we might not find it because it might go somewhere.
So after using that, would you say you're still afraid of guns?
I didn't think about it, but yeah, I would say yeah.
Yeah.
Because exactly for that reason. You pull that trigger and it's gone. There's no coming back.
Nope.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I would say yeah.
Even if you're just out like
Yeah.
target practice, still not.
That gun shoots buckshots, kid.
That's hilarious. You're so funny, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. So you're at 3 right now.
3 what?
3 dead flies
3,
so
yeah.
far. Okay.
And it was great. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. So starting Friday at 8 p.m., we'll get the challenge going, me and you. See how many flies you can kill. And we'll take you at your word. We don't need to see
I don't
carcasses.
get that many flies yet.
Huh?
I don't get that many flies yet.
He said yet.
Well, it's gonna come.
Right? It's still too cold, huh?
Yeah.
Especially this weekend. All right. All right, well, practice this weekend. Set up your targets. Set them up around the house. Do some matches and shit and see. And then...
I'm not going to lie, kid. I want to shoot like somebody to see if it really hurts. Because
And you're still scared of guns.
It
All right.
shoot,
Yeah, right?
It doesn't shoot like a lot of salt.
Yeah?
You would want it to shoot
But
sand.
I wouldn't mind shooting my dog or something to see, if she,
You immediately
not
go
in
to
a
the
mean
dog,
way.
not one of
It's
your
just,
fucking
I just want
kids?
to see what it seems like.
Wow. Did you hear that?
Somebody take that dog away from him.
Wow. It can't be that. It can't be that.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because one of the last ones I shot, you could kind of see like the salt rapidly go through the air,
Right?
and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of pellets that are going.
Right.
So I couldn't imagine it being.
But I guess something small to like to a bug, like that's got to be a lot,
Yeah.
right? Like, holy shit.
Oh, and like I said, the 3 that I killed, it's like the whole body was intact. It was just dead. And there ain't no blood. There ain't no squishing. He's just laying there.
And they were dead. They didn't get knocked out. You didn't
They were
kill
dead.
like the same fly 3 times.
No, I wouldn't say they were dead for sure, not knocked out, because when I saw it, I picked it up and threw it out.
Okay. Interesting.
It's kind of fun too. I ain't gonna lie.
That's how serial killers feel.
Right? As long as you're not eating the flies, we're good. Don't go that deep into it. That's a little cray.
Back to Fios though. The other thing is, one of the reasons if I were to get it, I would cancel out my landline. Just because we don't use it. The only purpose of the landline now is if someone asks for a phone number, like if you were opening up an account or something, that's the phone number we use.
Why wouldn't you give them your cell phone number?
We just never have. It's always just been the house phone number. So like every account we have is the house number.
Oh, that way you don't get any solicitation call or anything like that?
Yeah, that's how it initially started.
Because now solicitations are all about fucking emails and text.
Yeah.
So I think you're good with because everybody like,
And
who's got a
now
landline?
when you get one on your phone, it says was a scam risk or something like that.
Right. And you just got to stop in capital.
The other problem is which I've found in the last year, certain things you really need them to contact you, like my doctor,
Right.
stuff like that. Deliveries, they call in the house number, stuff like that. So I'm thinking about canceling my landline, but I've had it forever.
I guess the only thing, realistically, the only thing I think I would. But yours is through Spectrum too, right?
Yes.
So it's it's digital, voice over digital or whatever, right? So
What do you mean?
it's a digital signal. It's not. So you have digital, and then you have what? Non-digital, I guess.
Analog?
Analog. So like the old phones were just an analog system. You plug it into the
Right.
Now this comes through the cable. Cable goes to a modem. I have that modem there. That's the fucking
Right.
So even if there was an emergency, you couldn't use that to call out because if there's no electricity, you can't use your phone.
Right.
They would have to be able to set you up with some sort of. You can ask to be set up with some digital line for emergencies where you could dial 911. You can have just a 911 phone.
Yeah, I think it's just we're just so used to it.
That's that data.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, the very few times it rings, 50% of the time is my mom calling. The other 50% is just solicitation.
She was like, "Ay, mijo, I tried calling you 8 times this weekend. Is your phone working?"
And not that she calls often, but when that phone rings, my wife and I look at each other like, damn, who's calling us on the landline?
That's fucking funny. I remember landline was it, man. You'd sit on that phone, had the 9-foot cord. It was all wrapped up in like a big old ball underneath the phone.
Dude, I was with my niece. I was conversating with my nieces, and I think this was in our group text, like a comedian, if I remember right, said something along the lines of like, our generation is the last that we knew what it was not to have a microwave,
Right.
and a landline. Mm-hmm. And dog, I was telling my nieces, when you got the movie channel, it was a box that sat on top of your TV. You'd have to put your TV to channel 3 and then flip this box.
Wow. Yeah, we went through a lot of firsts in our generations, like music from record, from 8-track to record to cassette to CD to mini disc to digital, right?
Yeah. We went from rotary phone
Yeah.
to push button to the first cordless phone where you had to pull out a long ass antenna.
Oh, yeah. And everybody had it was shaped like.
Yeah, and you couldn't walk too far away from the base because then you start getting the static.
And then you got the 2.4 megahertz. Shit. I'm sitting in my backyard. Oh, damn.
Did you ever have a phone card so you could go to a payphone and type in, push the numbers on your card and it'll just charge you?
Do you know what a collect call is?
Yes.
What is it?
This is blah, blah, blah. Do you accept charges from? And then you say your name.
Do you know
And
what
you
an
gotta
emergency
pay?
breakthrough is?
No.
Holy shit. I haven't heard that in forever. Yeah. Boy, this better be important.
Remember, dude, this happened to me a couple of times because I was like on the phone with my girlfriends or whatever, and all of a sudden, this is an emergency breakthrough for such and such, and they give you the phone number. Such and such is trying to call in, and and you're like, okay, I gotta go. And as soon as you hung up, within 30 seconds, that phone started ringing. Why are you on the phone so much? An emergency breakthrough is the landlines. If you call, it was busy. It was a busy signal. So you'd have to wait till that person hung up. And so if you really needed to talk to those people, you call the operator. I wonder, did it cost any money to do it?
I don't remember.
You call the operator and say, I need to do an emergency breakthrough to this phone. So the operator would get into your conversation and say somebody's trying to call, you need to hang up.
And then you'd have to get off the phone or you'd get an ass whooping.
Yeah. You got to ask women for that to even have to happen.
Yeah. Well,
My mom yelled at me a few times, kid.
And then they went to call waiting.
Yeah.
So you're talking to somebody, beep, beep. Oh, hey, I got to call. I got to call on the other line. Hold on. Hello? Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I got to go. They're calling my dad. All right, bye. Hello? Yeah, let me get him.
Yep.
Yeah. God damn, dude. We're old.
I built my house 20 years ago. Okay.
Okay.
An old friend, his name is Alex.
Okay.
I talk to him, let's say 5 times a year.
Okay.
We were talking. He goes, hey, do you still have a phone in your master bedroom toilet? And I was like, yeah, it's still there. Like where the toilet seat is, I actually have a phone. I'm like, there's still a phone there. And he was like, man, I can't believe you still. Because of course, when the house was built, phones were starting to go out. I mean, cell phones weren't really the thing yet.
Right.
So landlines were still a thing. So I had a phone in my bathroom. I had a phone on the wall in the backyard with a long ass cord.
That's fucking hilarious, Tony.
And the funny thing is when he says, yo, do you still have the phone in your bathroom? I had to think about it for a quick second because even though it's there, it's just never used anymore. Because, again, it's a landline. So it's just like part of the wall, if you will.
Right.
So, yeah, he was just started laughing because he remembered it when I built the house that I put a phone there.
But that was like, I remember watching TV and somebody had they had their gold commode and they had a fucking phone right next to it. Like, damn, they're really living it up.
And you want to know another funny thing is, obviously the whole house has phone jacks.
Right.
But in my kids' rooms, I don't know if they ever knew this. The phone jack, I kept the phone cord behind it. But what I did was I covered it with a coaxial adapter to make it look like it was TV cable.
So they didn't know?
So they didn't know they had phones in their rooms because I remember when I was young in high school, what I used to do with a phone, up all night, parents didn't know, talking on the phone.
Shit, they do that with video games now. That's cool. They can just talk to each other too.
Yeah, I mean, again, back then, by the time they were in high school, cell phones were starting to come in. You know, they had the, what do they call it? It flips up with the keyboard.
BlackBerry?
No, it was called a Sidekick.
Sidekick. Yeah, they had that phone.
Right. Real quick, go back to collect calls. Hey, Mom, it's me. I'm over here at my friend's house. I'll be home in just a little bit. Okay, bye. So then it would bake through the grandma. She'd be like, "Hello."
She'd hear that.
Yeah, she'd hear that, and then she'd know she didn't have to. She didn't have to disconnect her call.
I don't want to accept the charges.
Yep. All right, I'm ready to come pick me up. I'm where I said I'd be. Okay, bye. You better hope they remember where they said you'd be, because if not,
oh man,
shit out of luck.
My grandmother, when microwaves first came out, she wouldn't use one.
My mom either.
Because she was like, she, not that I could, of course, wrap my head around how that food got hot like that so quick. Right. But my grandmother was like, nope, I don't get it. That's impossible. I'm not sticking my food in there.
Right?
Yeah.
No, they still say that that causes a lot of problems for a lot of people. That fucking microwave energy and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's only a problem if you're standing in front of the thing for a long time.
Yeah,
like if your face is stuck on the microwave, that's when it's an issue.
Like if you got a fucking pacemaker, don't stand too close.
Yeah.
You can't get a real super strong fucking, what do you call it? Microwave. Yeah, my mom wouldn't heat shit up for my dad like that. But we never did, when your mom cooked when you were a kid, did she make stuff and that would be leftovers? Or did she just cook what you guys were going to eat and that was it?
Yeah, I don't really remember leftovers being a big thing. Unless it was something that was only made like once a year type deal.
Right. Yeah, I don't ever remember us having any leftovers either. And his grandparents, fuck, dude, they lived like the grandpa, he'd eat leftovers like 3-4 days later. Like, yeah, no, I'm cool, man. Everything heated up in the microwave, everything just kind of, like, it doesn't heat it up right? Like, it's still some soggy, parts of it are cold, some are too hot, like, Soup, you can heat up soup in a microwave. Good, I'm good with that. But
You know, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't say I'm big on leftovers, but if we go out to eat somewhere and I get the meal,
right,
I'll calculate, that I could probably take half of this home and eat it tomorrow.
right.
Like, I'll do that on purpose. Like, maybe get something so big that I'll have leftovers.
And you didn't know that you were a dad at that point? Like, that's a total. Did you ever get to a restaurant and tell Hilda, hey, do you want to split something?
We haven't said that yet, but that can happen. But it hasn't come to that point yet.
What do you mean by, like, that can happen? Like,
It's surprised. I believe it or not, I don't really eat a lot now.
right?
So, like, I could eat a quarter of what her plate is and let her eat the 3/4.
Okay.
And I'll be good. But it just hasn't come to that yet.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I went to Panera. We went to Panera on Monday.
Okay.
And I got that pepperoni sandwich. Pizza sandwich.
Oh, their new fucking
Is it good?
It was
French bread
good. It was pretty good.
sandwiches.
But the thing is humongous.
It's like half of the baguette loaf.
Yeah,
shit.
it's
It's
Okay.
a
big.
sandwich.
But I got the U-Pick too.
That's in a pick too?
Yeah, with the mac and cheese.
God damn.
And my wife got whatever it is that she got as a U-Pick too as well. So when our food came, she had her mac and cheese was like bigger than mine. And I said, well, how'd you get such a big mac and cheese? And she said, well, they asked if you wanted
You
a
can
large
get the
or
large,
medium.
yeah.
And I said, oh, I thought that was the drink. Because when they said you want, what size you want, I said medium. She said large or medium. I said medium. Because I thought they were talking about the drink.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, well, you wouldn't have ate it anyways because it would have been too much. I said, yeah, but I could have took half of it home with half of this sandwich.
You just wanted to argue.
No, it's not that. It's just I'm being, being economical. That's another meal right there. That's the way I see it. Because you know what? I had the other half of sandwich tonight for dinner.
Was it better heated up?
It actually was. It's funny you say that because I thought it was better.
There are some foods that are better heated up.
Because literally it's like a pizza.
Right.
And the way
I did that shit before they came out with it on the menu.
Really?
Yeah. I was throwing all the pizza ingredients on like half a baguette
It was good.
and just ate it open faced like it was a French bread pizza.
It was better today. Well, I put in the in the air fryer, opened up like that,
Oh, okay.
and I think it got the cheese like really
Melted.
good. And then I closed it when I was gonna eat it, and it tasted better. than
That
it
sounds
did.
good. Now you're making me hungry. Mm-hmm. About that time, Tony. I sure hope they fucking call me back with that plumber this week. God damn it. I'm tired of chasing those motherfuckers. But yeah, I think I'm gonna kill the internet and the not the internet.
Just
That's
the
the only thing
cable.
I'm gonna keep, yeah. Because they have that other thing called
Streaming?
well, it streams through. It's an app that you can get through Prime, and it's called Freevee, and it's all your free TV stations live. So you can watch TV through that.
Oh, really? Freebie?
Freevee, like
Freevee.
Freeveee. I think so. Dude, the girl I work with, and I don't know if I should be talking about this, but the girl that I work with texted me yesterday. Apparently, her cousin was one of the two people that passed away yesterday on I believe it's on the 8th. They're in Imperial. They were on the freeway, and a Tesla crossed the divide. It was on the wrong side of the road and hit him head on.
Damn. What was it, self-driving type deal?
You know what's funny? That was the first thing I asked her today. It's like, hey, do you know if there was? They said they don't know. They don't know anything about it because the Tesla exploded.
Damn.
Wow.
Did the driver of that car make it?
No.
Yeah, probably not. They're sitting behind the bomb.
Right. Well, right above it, right?
Yeah.
Because they go down the center, right, on that car. The batteries.
No idea. Wow.
Yeah, dude. So I was like, holy shit. He had just driven down, and I don't even know I should be talking about this, but I guess his parents had gone to somewhere south of the border, and they had just landed right as they were finding out that it had happened. So they called her, and she tried to get a flight back out and couldn't get a flight. She jumped on a bus and came back to the U.S. to come and I don't even know what to say. Like, what is she like? Not visit him, but I guess to
Grieve?
to mourn, to grieve. I couldn't imagine one of my children passing away before me, dude. Like, how do you deal with that?
That's the goal now.
That's crazy. Don't say that. That's
Too
not funny.
soon?
Yeah, that's not funny. Yeah, dude, like, how do you, where do you go from there? As a parent, where's the beginning of dealing with it? That's crazy.
My uncle just passed away on Sunday. My mom's brother, older brother.
Okay.
He was the oldest. My mom has 4 brothers. There's 5 altogether.
Okay.
The older brother and my mother, they have the same parents. They all have the same dad.
Okay.
2, 2, and 1 in regards to mothers.
Okay.
One of her younger brothers passed away quite a few years ago. Her older brother just passed away, and my grandfather's still alive.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my grandfather's 99,
Holy shit.
and he's still doing pretty good. So it was tough for him when he heard.
I bet,
when
dude.
we told him. My uncle was like 80, 81, 82.
Wow. That, I mean, like at that age. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's still going to affect you the same. Is it going to affect you at 99 and 82 the same as it would 32 and 18?
Good question. I don't know. Because that late in the game, you would think. I mean, at 82, you've had a good run.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're good. And at 99, you would, of course, you'd be sad, but you'd be like, yeah, he had a good run. I mean, but it sucks that your son has passed before you.
Yeah. Yeah, because no matter at what age, that's not supposed to happen, right? Man. That's craziness. Craziness.
Yeah.
A lot of that going on. This girl's had dealt with a lot of this kind of stuff lately. It's kind of crazy. Kind of craziness.
Remember that weekend that we went out to my daughter's house
Yes.
in LA? We went to go to the movies.
Oh, okay.
Before that, we went to a furniture store out there. That was the whole point of us going out there, because we wanted to check out some bedroom furniture, because we're doing our bedroom. And I forgot to mention this. We parked, and we started walking to the furniture store.
Okay.
And my daughter held my hand. She grabbed my hand. She was holding it while we were walking. And my daughter's in Mardi Gras right now, in New Orleans.
Right.
And so this was like the week before she was leaving. So she grabbed my hand, and I was like, "What do you want? You want some money for your vacation?" You know what I'm saying? I was
Right.
like, "What's the ulterior motive here?"
Right.
And she goes, "No, I'm just holding your hand." She goes, "Because I heard you on that other podcast saying, if you remember, I had said that I had, in a sense, I miss my kids, and I would give anything just to be able to hold their hands right now.
Right.
And dude, first of all, I felt like an asshole for thinking that.
Why?
Because that wasn't her motive.
Oh, that part. Okay.
Yeah, and so, it was funny because I had to keep my sunglasses on a little longer than I probably would have.
Right. That's funny.
I was like, ah.
Well, you know what's funny though is I got to tell you, and I caught it that night when we were doing that podcast. We were on the Whiskey Glass podcast, and we did our round table with Money and Rosebush and all of our friends, and things got a little emotional that night, and we were talking about stuff, and I got a little emotional. I was, my eyes were a little watery, and Tony was the first one to catch it, and he looked at me, and he looked away, and then that's when Lou started talking, and as soon as Lou saw me, like, he broke. Like, his eyes right away. You were the only one that didn't break that night. Everybody else was like weepy or watery eyed or whatever. You were the only one that didn't. I thought, this motherfucker can watch a commercial. And here I am and nothing. Like, what do I got to do? Kick you in the nuts? What's going on here? No, nothing? Okay. Yeah, it's kind of, it's kind of weird when it's funny that you say that you said that to her, like, okay, what do you want? And that she said, I heard you on the other podcast. Did you know what she meant right away?
Yeah.
Or did she have to tell you?
No, I know what she meant.
Okay. Because if he had said that to you, hey, I heard what you said on the other pod, you're going to have to give me more than that. I have no idea what you're talking about.
And at that point, I wouldn't have fucking said anything because it's over. The moment's done.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? And I wouldn't say it to be a dick, but it's like, well, because, like, how many times when we're done and I go to publish it, do I say, okay, so what do we talk about? Because it's like it's on and gone. You know what I mean? Like, it moves.
Oh, trust me, when I get home and I get into bed and I give my old lady a kiss because I'm home.
Right.
She kind of wakes up. She's groggy. Okay, what you guys talk about? I'm like, I don't even know. And the next morning she'll wake up. What did you guys talk about? I'm like,
I know even less now.
This. We talked about this, and this. And then like maybe 15 minutes later, oh yeah, and we talked about this.
Yeah. So, have you heard? I know you think we're like some fucking big conspiracy nuts or whatever. But have you heard about all this shit that's going on in Ohio? With this train wreck in this city and all this bullshit?
Yes.
Did you know
Uh-oh.
that they offered them those bracelets? They offered them these like tracking bracelets so that they would know where they are and they could track their health through their bracelets a week and a half before the accident? Before the explosion happened? You don't find that odd? Like, you just think that that's just...
I've never even heard of this.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And now in was it is it Kiev? Somewhere they just another big egg importer, like a chicken farm, somehow caught fire and all the chickens.
Well, Kiev is in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Which is where the whole thing with Russia is happening.
Well, they were talking about that too, where as much as we always talk bad about them. Trump said, "Hey, look, what's going to happen is right now we have China and Russia in check. If we take our eye off the ball, those two are going to come together." And they're going to become such a superpower that they'll be able to attack us, and there's nothing we'll be able to do to protect ourselves. So they're talking about how right now that's what's going on. Those two are helping each other, and they're helping them fight in
Ukraine.
In the Ukraine, and they've just set off a bunch of nuclear warheads sent out the missiles to see how far they could go, to prove that they could hit our land, and shit like that. So there's a lot of weird shit going on in this world right now. There's just all the balloons that they've had to shoot down. It was like 5, right, altogether.
I think so, 5 or 6.
Some big metal ball just rolled up on a beach in China, I think. Did you see that in the news?
No.
There's some big ball, and it's like 10 feet tall. They say that it's metal. I think it's Godzilla's egg. I'm just saying, I'm going to throw it out there. It is what it is. Be offended or not. It's just a lot of shit. Just a lot of weird shit. Something's going to happen. Something's going to... When this shit breaks, and we're close to it, it's going to be fucked up.
Well, I personally don't think that China and Russia are teaming up to try and combat us.
Okay.
I think just China is willing to help Russia as we are willing to help
The Ukraine.
Because I think China just wants to sit back and let us, Russia and America, hash it out. So that
prevail. Way whoever wins, like, oh yeah, we were with you the whole time.
Yeah, it's like they don't want any skin in the game, but they wouldn't mind watching us go at it. So it's not like China saying, hey man, let's team up and we could do this. It's more like, oh, you need help? Yeah, we'll sell you some stuff. Here you go. Yeah, go ahead, fight them. Yes, yeah, I think you'd win. Go ahead. I don't think they really care.
But isn't that worse though?
Of course. But again, I don't necessarily think it's like, yo, let's team up and let's do this. I don't think China's that crazy to do that.
I think it's more nefarious than you think. I think there's a lot more nastiness going on behind it all than what you're giving it.
But I think there's nastiness going around everywhere.
Oh yeah. But it just sucks that we're hosting what seems to be the problem, and that our government doesn't seem to see it or care.
We're hosting what problem?
Of creating the issue, of having the fight, of not keeping our eye on the... Dude, our fucking president fell going upstairs again.
Yes.
To get into his plane.
He's old.
They're going to have to put one of those fucking...
He's old.
Dude, that makes us look even weaker, though.
He's double the age, if not more, he's double the lowest age that you have to be a president. He's in his 70s.
But the thing is, nobody's denying that.
Yeah, it's all over once they put one of those fucking chairs on the lift gate to... He's gonna push the button.
I get it. I find it comical that people say, "Well, he's falling. He's messing up his." Well, what is he? 80 years old?
At least that's
He's the same morons 80. That voted him in.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Did you vote?
Yep.
Good for you. I hate to ask.
Why?
Because I don't want to look at you differently.
There's no need to ask. It's a personal choice.
There you go.
There we go. We'll leave it at that.
But yes, he's old.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Dude, what would you do if China and Russia attacked us at the same time? Because what was the name of that show?
Again, China's
War
not going
Games?
to...
No.
Red Dawn.
Castle?
Man in the High Castle?
Man in the High Castle.
That's different.
That's
I
different?
couldn't get into that.
I love that show.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't get into it.
Wasn't that the same thing though? They landed on one side and
the Man in the High Castle was if the Axis powers had won World War II.
Okay.
So Germany would take the East Coast, the Midwest would be free, and the West Coast was owned by Japan.
That's close.
Kind of.
Accents are just a little bit different. Right? Something like that?
Was it a good show?
I liked it, yeah. But that's just because I'm the history guy. Fucking love that shit.
Was there a lot of like the trees and the twists and turns and people selling each other out and all that kind of shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be... I mean... I don't think it would ever come down to the ranks like of us, just normal citizens that are doing that kind of treason or shit like that. We're gonna still be trying to figure out how to fucking survive. You know what I mean? So I just bought more of that fucking fake food, bro.
You did?
I bought the regular packs of the food, last up to 25 years. I bought their protein pack.
Why would you buy more if you already have some?
Because it's going to be longer than the 72 hours, 72 days. Is that what I have?
I don't know.
However much I have, I calculated it out. I don't have enough to sustain with a certain amount of longevity. And I just bought these. They have these little containers that have like gas in them for like either little fires to heat food or to heat the house or light the house. And they were hella cheap, dude, and they last for hours. Better than the little green camp ones that you buy at fucking
Coleman.
Yeah. Got some good shit. Just bought more rounds the other day. They had 40 on sale at what do you call it? At the end of this month, we find out if if we get our big magazines back and, all the good stuff that California doesn't have.
Man, I only wish I had Lopez money to spend on stuff like this. I'm just solidifying our future, dog. You know what I mean?
And when shit goes down, don't come calling us.
Right, you be like, hey, Mingo. I know I made fun for a long time. I know I talked a lot of shit.
Well, Tony, we can't let you handle any of them until you get your liability insurance, all right?
Right. Dude, that unfortunate, that one might come true here in California.
Yeah.
Then I'll have to sell all my guns because I won't be able to afford them. Or they'll be stolen in some kind of strange event.
Move.
Have you tried any of that food that you bought?
No, not yet. I have. Yes,
it's probably best not to try it.
No, we have. I tried it over at my brother's house because he bought the same kind of stuff.
It's probably best that we don't try it until we actually need to eat it but we have no fucking choice to eat it.
Yeah. I think that's what's.
But that was happening regardless. That's going to happen regardless.
What is?
You not having a choice but to eat it.
That's what he's saying, though. Better that we wait until
for the apocalypse to happen.
That way, if it's not good, and that's all we got to eat, fuck it, let's eat it. That's all we got.
But that's all you're going to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So regardless if you try it now or not, you'll be eating it at that
That's
point.
the point, Tony.
I got there's plenty of doves in this backyard. We'll be eating dove forever.
Like the bird, not the soap or the chocolate.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Have you ever had dove?
No.
Ever tell you what my dad did to me?
No.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be more specific with that one.
Yeah, I know, right? So every year, September 21st is dove season.
That's your birthday?
What?
Ain't that your birthday?
Wow.
The day before my birthday, yeah. So they would go.
You just said it. No, not. You just said it a day early, and that's not good. Remember?
At least I knew it.
At least you were in the right month, right? So we would go. They would go hunting, and pheasant was right around the same time. You know, the pheasant's kind of like a
bird,
somewhere between a chicken and a turkey.
Okay.
It's bigger than a chicken, shaped more like a chicken, not as big as a turkey. So they would go, they would come back, and when I say they, it was my dad and my uncles. They would go and hunt, and they would come back with loads of birds. And so they were in the backyard, and they would, they'd cleaned a bunch of birds, and they were getting ready to barbecue them up. And I wanted some. Like, give me some of the fucking bounty. I'm in. Come on, you know what I mean? Let me man up. Let me have some. So what they did is, and I didn't know this for years. My dad had given me a plate. Told me it was chicken. I had no reason not to believe him. Sat down, I ate it. Man, best fucking pheasant. Pheasant's fucking delicious. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know, 20 years later, I realized he's cut a fucking hot dog in half and barbecued a hot dog. I'm 51 years old and have yet to taste pheasant.
Why would he do that though? Did he actually have a pheasant? Just didn't want to give it to you?
They had pheasant, they had dove, but my dad didn't eat chicken. He didn't eat bird. To this day, I don't know exactly why. Like, he would never really give us a reason, other than he was the only one that would go out and, from what I understand, that would, take the head off, clean them, and pull the guts out and get them ready. And I guess in doing that, it took his desire to eat chicken away.
Right.
And like every once in a while, we'd see him like, if we're eating fried chicken or whatever, like he would pull like a little piece of chicken and eat it. Yeah, still no, not yet. Don't want it yet. Just everyone, just like that. Nothing much. Turkey, same thing. Never had turkey. Always had ham at Thanksgiving. So we always had to have both.
There's those movies, maybe the documentaries. I think they're on Netflix. About how they kill chickens and cows. And I think my niece stopped eating meat after watching that show.
Really?
Yeah, or documentary or whatever it is.
I think my dad worked at a meat plant when he was younger, or worked by one, because he was in jail in Madera. And he helped build the first jail that was in Madera, because he was locked up at the time that they were building the jail there. So, and he had construction background, so he helped build the jail there. Well, that's the Central Valley. So he had cows to the left of him and cows to the right of them. And so if there was a meat plant there, you would smell all that blood all day long from them doing that shit. That would be enough to turn your stomach to keep you from eating it.
Do you think if you were in that position, or if you saw these shows that I was just mentioning, do you think you'd be turned off to eat meat?
No. I've seen the shows that you're talking about. And it's one of those things. I mean, they have to die for you to eat it. You know what does turn me off from eating meat, or that makes me sometimes like, fuck, I don't know if I want any, is when they show where like an animal has a cyst, or they have some benign tumor or something on their body, and they just fucking shove a knife and make a slit, and that shit just comes gushing out of their side all green and shit.
I've never seen that.
You've never seen that? I can't imagine.
You should look it up.
I can't
I think
imagine
you'd enjoy watching that. What can't you imagine? Go
how
ahead.
hot and the smell that has to come out of that pus pocket.
Well, the fucking sound that it makes.
When it pops? Oh, yeah.
Or when it's all fucking onto the ground.
Well, and it's like on that pimple
It's going to sound like
popper
somebody
show.
throwing up.
It's like on that pimple popper show, like when she pops I don't even know what they're called, but like a cyst or something like that, and it comes out and it looks like cottage cheese. Have you ever seen that? The pimple popper show? Have you ever?
I've never seen it, but I mean, in high school, that was me.
Well, no, these guys, they have like, almost look like boils, probably like the size of a golf ball under their skin. And she'll feel it, move it around. Okay, well, it's this. So she'll cut it open, and she goes to squeeze it, and it's just like, sometimes it could be white, sometimes it's gray, sometimes it's green. And it's just all this dead skin cells that are inside this tumor, or whatever it is, a cyst, and she's just squeezing the shit out of it. And it's so big that she has to cut some of the skin off and sew it back together so that it's nice and tight. But what happens is she'll get down to the end where very little's coming out. Now it's just kind of blood, but she's got to get in there and pull out the sack that shit is in, and cut the sack out, or else it'll grow right back, and it'll fill back up. And now she's got to go in and cut again and squeeze that shit out.
I remember one time in high school, 9th grade maybe. You know, you go through your acne phase. And dude, I had this pimple on my forehead that was probably the size of
A grape?
corn kernel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was, dude. And it was like starting, you touch it and it hurt. So, dude, I remember being in the bathroom in front of the mirror, just going to squeeze it. And dude, I squeezed it, and that motherfucker shot out, just like a little chunk of cottage cheese landed on the mirror. And then all of a sudden, just blood started dripping down my head. I started getting lightheaded. I got a headache.
My brain's coming out. Dog. Fuck.
Were you bad in acne? With acne?
Yeah, I think I had more of it here. I had a couple of big ones like on my shoulders, but never.
I never really had them on my cheeks too bad. It was my nose and my forehead.
Yeah, I think I had one that was really bad on my nose and here. But that's because I wore 3 flowers all the time when I was, you know what I mean? So that shit would, just that grease sweating back down on my fucking forehead. Terrible.
Remember, what was the little ointments for acne that tried to sell you on when you were a kid and you swore it was going to work?
Oh.
Oh, man.
Remember they used to tell you, just put toothpaste on it, it'll dry it out. No, it won't. How about you? You weren't that bad, were you? One on your forehead?
That wasn't bad. Yeah, there was. Like, I get them on my forehead. There was one that I would get on my forehead all the time. It was right in the fucking center. And it was one of the deep ones where you could feel that it was forming, but it wasn't shallow enough to fucking pop it yet.
Yeah.
But you fucking give it one good one when it's ready.
And it was on.
Dude,
And same thing, it gets all over the fucking mirror.
I don't know if this is the one I was talking about, but remember fucking OxyClean?
Oh, yeah. Like they were like the little pads,
Yeah.
right? All right, here's my dad moment. They're like tucks, right?
Yeah, yeah. But that's not the one that...
Oxy 10's the other, that's the cleaning shit, right?
let me see if I can...
No, OxyClean is the cleaning shit.
So, I'm gonna say this, and if she ever hears it, she's gonna fucking kill me. But your mom used to get a massive pimple on her ass. Like it was like she couldn't sit down. It was so like, and I'd have to try to squeeze it, and shit would come out of that for days. No pun intended that it was on her ass, but it would just like awful. You could see it'd start off pink and then it'd like get like
white.
purplish, and then all of a sudden there's just little bing like a white kernel.
The white one, yeah.
My sisters are Teresa.
Clearasil.
Clearasil. And
Clearasil.
then they came out with the Clearasil little Band-Aids that you put. Oh, just put the Band-Aid on, and by morning time it's gone. No.
There was still another one that I'm thinking about. Because I used the Oxy pads, Clearasil, and there was another one that was like, almost looked like makeup. You put it on.
Are you sure you're not thinking about the shit for chicken pox? Calamine lotion?
I thought that was mosquito bites.
No.
Oh.
Clearasil and Oxy. Shit that we used to, but then when my kids were in school, my kids, I don't think their acne was never really that bad, but the newer stuff was Proactive.
Oh, that's what it was called, yeah.
And you can sell.
I was trying to think of that the whole fucking time we were talking about it.
Vending machines that had that.
Really?
Yeah, at the mall. That shit was expensive too. Proactive.
80s pimple cream.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, Oxy 10, maximum strength. I was right, Oxy 10, dude. Clearasil. Zapzit.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of starting to think about the smell that it used to have.
Oh, yeah, it was very medicine-y, right?
Yeah. Boy, that stuff worked.
It sure did, boy.
Yes, the Oxy. Yes, it had a little cream.
Yup. That's the one you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Oxy 10. Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
I could never bring myself to use any of that shit.
then you weren't that bad.
My older sister was really bad. She had a really rough time with acne when she was younger. But now she's fine. But I thought she was gonna have pox because she had really bad. But I think they got something to help her out. I don't remember what it was, but I think my grandma gave her some kind of fucking beaner tea, and she was good after that. I just put Vapor Rub on it; it'll be fine.
And the other day I saw a hard top Suzuki Samurai rolling down the street.
Really?
Yeah.
Those things are right now. They're still expensive, dude. Right now, they're like you can get them, and they're like falling apart, and they want like $7,000 for them because everybody's making rock crawlers out of them right now. So they're still kind of expensive. I wouldn't fit in one right now, but I don't think I'd buy one even if I had the money. I'd still buy a Jeep over that, but it'd be fun to have though. It'd be cool. Would you lowrider it out, or would you make it like off-roader? Or just original?
Just original.
No fucking flavor at all.
That is the flavor, kid. Keep it original.
Nah, man. Keep it original who you are, son. All right, Sebastian, any final words?
No, I'm good.
Tony?
Yeah, we got a couple of birthdays.
Birthdays.
Our boy Ivan turned 49 today.
Happy birthday.
Ivan.
49, one more year.
He young.
And he's over the hill.
Dude, have you noticed, though, that his goatee getting white? I saw him at Christmas, and it was the white was coming through, and I saw him the other day. I was like, ah, damn, that white, it's coming on strong, bro. You better slow that shit down.
It's also Griselda's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Griselda.
Can't tell the age, but happy birthday, Griselda. My niece Jackie, her daughter Harper, turned 5 today.
Harper, that's a cute name.
A lot of big birthdays. A lot of February birthdays, I should say.
Yeah.
Griselda's daughter, Bianca, her birthday's Sunday.
Okay. Happy birthday,
Happy
Bianca.
birthday.
And then just in case, my nephew Steven, Champ, Money, his birthday will be Tuesday. He will be 42 years old.
Wow. He's way the youngest of the group.
No, Rosebush is younger than him.
Really?
Yeah. I think Rosebush is still in his 30s.
Nah, really?
I think so.
Oh, wow. All right. My bad. I misspoke. Well, happy birthday if we don't get to it, if we don't do this next week, champ, but I'm sure we will. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate it.
Also, my
sorry.
sister-in-law, Letty, and Phil, their wedding anniversary is the
Phil.
24th.
My dog right there, Phil.
32 years.
Wow,
No,
really?
33. They got married in 90.
Wow.
33.
It's a long time to be with somebody.
I don't know if I spoke about this before, but last year I did the math. Last year when I turned 51, I officially have been married longer than I've been single.
Oh, yeah, you were saying that.
So, yeah, it's a great feeling. That's not funny.
Didn't ask.
Well, yeah, live life not having to make decisions. Somebody else making them for you.
Yeah, because you don't wear the pants. I'll just spill that joke out for you,
Right?
Tony.
Jesus. Here I am trying to be all nice about it. You just slap him right with it. Anything else, Tony?
No, that's it.
That's it? All right. Hey, guys, love you so much. Thank you for coming back, checking in with us, and we'll talk to you again soon. Love you. Bye.